In Chapel Hill, they love to say if the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Kenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Stanford Cardinals taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Cardinal offense will take the field to get things underway. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that grown man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock, he can catch the football, he's good at blocking. This guy stays on the field for a reason.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and short. Looking to throw, it's Toppin. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Unloads quickly. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water balls, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Stanford now has it in the red zone. Running back searching for a hole. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his target down the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for a man. It's Toppin. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tar Heels offense will try to get something started with their first possession. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the run. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I love when players, when they're understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Now facing a 3rd and long. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously, money down. Got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up. We trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he's got a lot of confidence.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
They go to the ground. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here, blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. They're getting this guy lathered up. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stop the run. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
I love it. Forget all the cute stuff. It's 1st and goal. I'm trying to get 6. Nice job. Just get the quarterback under center. Let us push him into the end zone and get the touchdown.
Ball tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. Cardinal offense returning to their game. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a afterburners coming. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go to the draw. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back there had nowhere to go.
He had nowhere to go. But those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, and maybe he can make a move. So offensive line needs to do a better job.
They'll go to the ground. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own.
That's what I'm
They
talking
bring him
about.
down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays to get him behind the
Get
sticks.
him.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. And it's no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Running for it on 4th down. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be.
I thought he was going to pick him up.
Then you stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but that one hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Might as well give it to him again. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring.
Ball off long.
The gun, the ground game. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and just another day of... And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Bringing it out.
Drop it. Oh.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I can go for it more. I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Toppin. Gets it out fast. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Comes out throwing on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen.
Stanford will boot it away to start this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
The give to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward. Play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Jesus,
well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run down in the second half like that in this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime. Maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Hey, midfield, he's got room. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him. With that last play, now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
From the gun, give on the inside.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound
Let me find out you got men around my kids.
Just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll give it to the back. Tackle is made after the first down.
And I don't care if I did it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick.
Oh, good.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
I've got the best block I've seen on this game.
Key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
That's first.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
And the Tar Heels will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beats you.
Fullback.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand.
Definitely
Touch
didn't
pass
know
on the right. Brought
that.
down to 7 after picking up 3.
You got the fullback in for that.
Still because they got a name.
Oh,
They get to keep their job. They got friends that's going to protect that. And the people, they got that.
Never go.
And then we did
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
He's going to take fourth. This ain't going to take fourth. Let's see.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead's extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Oh, he wants it all. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big throw.
He's
Watch
got
him.
his
Yeah, there we
man.
go.
He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Got his man in the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. The aerial assault continues. Pocket starts to go. Steps away. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Got his man on the right.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. He's going to pass. He's got it. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, 1st down. To the air, it's Toppin.
No! That was a gimme! That was a gimme!
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They're looking to pass from the red zone.
What did y'all read?
Touchdown, Stanford! Oh, Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens
Yeah.
close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped.
What kind of block is that?
To the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David.
Okay, I see.
Can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points because the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep leading the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You got to vote for it.
Jared.
What the freak?
There's basketball, and then there's this.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. They'll immediately call timeout.
It doesn't matter. He's negotiable. You think he's going to take, like, right now, he doesn't make a team. He's automatically at 1 source. If he makes the team, the maximum.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. They'll try to pick up.
Yes!
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. From the shotgun, they'll run it.
And that's game.
At the 45 on his way.
Yes!
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the moment.
And if you want, you don't want to put a ticket in.
But dickhead, that's what I'm saying. You try to get something you can't. It's the best
He
thing.
waiting on his fans. He said, that's it.
Raise the hands right now.
I guess that's
No.
this coach is.
This is the interim head coach. He had a lot
This
of
guy is new too.
So his first year in the league, he brought him up to staff and coach him on.
This is the way to this funny.
This is it.
It's funny.
You just bring it in and back.
How many international players are on the team? Everybody. International.
I'm 8.